In this video, I'm going to cover a very important upgrade that's been made to the Dream Machine. And it is such a big upgrade that we've actually upgraded the version to version 2 of the Forex Dream Machine. Now, the upgrade that's been made is the exposure upgrade. Now, on your screen here, you can see a table that says exposure. And because we're trading 28 currencies at the same time, it is very easy to get overexposed in a certain direction regarding a particular currency. So for instance, because there might be 7 crosses of the pound, you don't want, and the pound starts trending extremely strongly, you don't want to go into 7 sells of the pound or 7 buys of the pound. That basically increases your risk, and you end up risking more than you should on a particular trade. So what we've done is we've given a setting where you can reduce your exposure to a particular currency. You can say, I don't want more than 2 trades of a particular currency in a certain direction. So if you've got 2 sells and 1 buy, that actually only counts as 1 trade. So on your screen, you can see the new table that's been added. It's called the exposure table, and it's basically saying we've got 1 euro trade, which is a buy, and those are the number of lots that are involved, and the pound. And here you can see where we're starting to hit problems. The Aussie, we overexposed, because to have 4 buys of the Aussie is maybe too risky. It might be good if the Aussie ends up buying, but it is just too risky if you are trading over a year. You don't want to expose yourself to these kind of situations. So in future, if you only want to restrict your risk to, let's say, 2 transactions in an overall position, net direction, let's say you don't ever want to have more than 2 buys or 2 net sells, then you can set that setting, and this situation won't develop where you've now suddenly got 4 buys in the Aussie. Here again, on the New Zealand, in this particular account, there is exposure to 4 buys in the New Zealand. And the yen, again, 4 sells in the yen. Not healthy situation. These are a little bit better. Those ones expose you to more risk than you should be carrying on a particular trade. Remember, in the end, we're trying to risk about 1% per trade. If you have 4 trades that are buying the Aussie, for instance, then you are not risking 1% anymore. You're risking 4% on the Aussies, on the fate of the Aussie. So you want to reduce your risk. So that's been a really great change on to this Forex Dream Machine. Much more control, and what's also nice, you can see the lots that are being exposed to these particular trades. Now, how you do that, and it's a very simple one. You go into the inputs section of the Dream Machine, and here is the setting: maximum net direction per currency 2. So again, I must just say, if you've got 3 buys and 2 sells on the Aussie, for instance, that only counts as 1 buy, because the other 2 hedge each other. They set each other off. So this is a net direction setting. So if you have 4 buys and 1 sell, it means your net is 3 buys, and you don't want to go higher than 2. So then you would set the setting here to 2. You could even set it to 1 or 3, depending on what kind of risk profile you have. But I think this is a pretty important change to the Dream Machine. So that covers the upgrade that we made. I just want to make you also aware that there's some really good features in the EA that a lot of people don't know about. For instance, this trigger chart is sometimes irritating because it actually refers to the finder function of this EA and not the trading. So what you can do, by just clicking on it, you can fold it away and fold it back. Even with the exposure one, you can fold it away and fold it back. So just that's a little trick that is quite useful. Now, let's say you want to see a little bit more detail about a particular chart on one of these tables that you see on the EA. Let's say you've got the euro pound here. You want to go to the 4-hour chart. You don't have to go and open a 4-hour chart to see. You can just click on that setting and it will open a 4-hour chart for you. So that's also a bit of a handy thing that a lot of people don't know about. So I hope that this new exposure upgrade will help you enjoy the Forex Dream Machine even more into the future.
Thanks for watching this video. If you've liked it, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and click the bell. But most importantly, share this video. You can do this in many ways. Message your friends, send them emails, or share it on social media, on Facebook, on Twitter, and those kind of places. So from me, Alex Aploy, cheerio.